Welcome to the first video of the Ambulatory Manager's Quarterly Rounding Tool training session. This video will define the standard operating process for managers' quarterly rounding and set expectations to support you on this task, as well as guidelines on using the rounding tool application. So let's get started. Process description. The purpose of this process is to align quarterly managers rounding or quarterly tracer for staff survey readiness and department compliance to ensure patient and employee safety in respect to all regulatory requirements and standard policies and/or procedures. Rounding and corrective actions must be completed before the end of each quarter, and managers and assistant clinic managers will be assigned a location for each quarter. Who will use this process? Clinic managers and assistant clinic managers will use this process. And what are the requirements? For department rounding, a minimum of 2 exam rooms, 2 procedure rooms, 1 specialty room if applicable, such as an audiology booth or a cast room, 1 dirty and 1 clean utility rooms, a storage room for equipment and supplies, and a medication room. You must also download the TRA Observer app on your phone or tablet. There are 5 categories for the rounding tool. The first 3 categories are specific to environmental observations. Click on each category to note a positive or negative finding before moving to the next room. Each observation must have a positive or negative point unless the observation does not apply to the room. The second 2 categories are patient safety and staff knowledge. This is when you will interview staff. Each question must have a positive or negative point. Positive and negative points. Enter positive points when you're witnessing anything extraordinary. Commend staff. Acknowledge the presence of something spectacular. Entering negative notes, there is additional staff knowledge sub-questions. Click on the sub-questions and make sure to also complete the actions required. Ending your inspection. Send an inspection report to the department clinic manager and assistant clinic manager. You can make any necessary edits before emailing the report. Otherwise, you can click on Email Report, and the manager and assistant clinic manager for the clinic will receive a copy of this report. Correcting a negative finding. For managers and assistant clinic managers who's received a negative finding, you can review the negative finding by launching your application. Click on Show, and the negative finding or the negative note will launch. Make any necessary corrections. Clear the negative note from the TRA Observer app by sliding that no to yes, and complete the action taken and corrected by. This is the end of the first video on the Ambulatory Manager's Quarterly Rounding Tool training session. The next video will be showing you how to use the TRA Observer app. Thank you.